Welcome to the Brevard Beat. So glad you could join us today.
Hey there. Good to be talking about food again.
Absolutely. And today, we're diving into something directly inspired by you, our fantastic listeners.
hmm
You've been sending in your favorite spots here in Brevard for, well, amazing food that doesn't cost an arm and a leg.
Yeah, the response was great. Lots of passion for good value.
Totally.
Yeah.
So you asked for the inside scoop on discount dining deals, and we've basically gathered all your recommendations, your collective wisdom, really.
And we're looking at sit-down places,
Yeah,
right?
right.
Not just grab and go.
Exactly. Places you can actually sit, relax, enjoy a meal, and often get something really substantial for under, say, 15 bucks.
Which is kind of the magic number, isn't it? It turns eating out from a splurge into something you can actually do more often.
That's the idea. Forget wading through menus everywhere. We've sort of distilled the best tips from everyone.
And it's interesting because it's not just about being cheap, it's about finding that sweet spot. Genuine quality, good portions, an experience that feels like a real treat, but affordable.
Spot on. So let's unpack these fantastic suggestions you sent in.
Let's do it. Where do we start?
Okay, let's kick things off up north in Titusville. We're heading to La Marimba.
Ah, yes. Heard good things.
People mention its colorful, really lively vibe. Very family-friendly, apparently, and they serve up authentic Mexican food, fresh tortillas made right there. You get that energy as soon as you walk in, folks say.
Right. And if we're talking value, the big one here seems to be their Taco Tuesday deal.
Oh, yeah.
All you can eat tacos for $12.99. Listeners are saying is pretty much the best deal in Titusville for a proper sit-down meal.
Wow. Okay. All you can eat for $12.99.
Exactly. And it's a brilliant example of a restaurant just nailing what people want. It's not just quantity, it's quality, too.
Yeah.
Authentic stuff.
It's not just cheap tacos, it's good tacos.
Precisely. It's smart pricing. They use high-volume ingredients efficiently, create the sense of incredible value, and boom, they turn a potentially slow Tuesday night into a big family night out.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
A signature deal to draw people in midweek.
It's a common strategy for successful spots.
And listeners point out that even on other days, non-Tuesdays, you can get like a big plate of enchiladas or a burrito.
Yeah,
Easily enough for one person, maybe even two if you're not starving,
right.
and still keep it under that $15 mark.
Which is key. Flexibility and value.
Yeah. And the pro tip that came through, especially for families hitting that Taco Tuesday deal, is to try and go a bit earlier in the evening. It gets busy, so earlier means less of a crowd.
Good tip. Easier with kids, too.
Definitely.
Yeah.
La Marimba, that's at 3758 South Washington Avenue in Titusville.
So great value through a specific high-impact special.
Exactly. Now let's head down a bit to Coco Village. We're swapping Mexican for Cuban at Café de Havana.
Ooh, nice. Cocoa Village is lovely.
It really is. And this place sounds charming. A courtyard cafe, really laid-back Cuban vibes. Sounds perfect for like a slow morning coffee or a casual lunch. Relaxing.
So how do they deliver the value here? What's the angle?
Well, this tackles that question. How do you get something authentic and really satisfying without the high price? Their answer seems to be the Cuban sandwich combo.
Ah, the classic Cuban.
Right. For 14 bucks, you get the sandwich, plus plantain chips and a Cuban soda.
Okay, that sounds like a solid deal.
And the key thing everyone emphasizes, this sandwich is huge-e, like properly big. Crispy bread, lots of meat, super filling, just stellar value.
So it's value through a single, perfectly executed, substantial dish. Quality and quantity.
Pretty much a meal in itself. But they also cater to lighter appetites. You can apparently just grab a coffee and a pastelito and Cuban pastry for about $6.
Nice. A quick taste of Havana.
Yeah. And another listener strategy here. Try arriving before 11 a.m. They have some early bird deals, perfect if you've just done the school run or something.
Smart. Catering to different needs and times of day.
That's Café de Havana, 409 Delanoy Avenue, Suites 1 and 2 in Cocoa.
Okay, so we've seen all-you-can-eat specials, and we've seen killer combo deals. What's next?
Let's head over towards Vieira now to Flying Burro. This one sounds interesting. It's fresh Mex, bright, modern place.
Flying Burro, yeah, I know the one. They make their own tortillas, right?
That's what they're famous for. And it sounds like it's pretty quick service, but still definitely has a comfortable sit-down friendly feel, not just takeaway.
So what's the value proposition here? Because sometimes fresh and modern can mean pricier.
Well, this is where it gets fascinating. They seem to manage offering like premium-feeling ingredients but keeping prices accessible, especially with their specials.
Okay, I'm listening. How do they do it?
Their Tuesday deal is kind of nuts. It's called Locos Tacos. 3 tacos for $5.99.
Wait, 3 tacos for 5.99 cents? Seriously?
Seriously. Listeners rave about it. Flavorful, packed tacos. Basically fast food pricing, but with that sit-down quality feel and taste, it's an unbeatable special.
Wow. That is aggressive pricing. How are the tacos?
People say they're really good. Fresh ingredients, those house-made tortillas. And even on regular days, their burrito bowl, which is around 10 to 12 bucks, is described as really filling, fresh, and totally customizable.
Right, customization adds value too. You get exactly what you want.
And the feedback highlights the portion sizes again. Those 3 Locos Tacos are genuinely enough for a meal for most people.
Mm-hmm.
But the tip is, if you are extra hungry, just add a side of rice or beans. It still keeps you well within a tight budget. Smart.
Yeah, tailoring it to your own hunger level without breaking the bank, that's a good strategy for the diner.
Flying Burro, that's at 2348 Citadel Way, number 105 in Melbourne, near Vieira.
Okay, so Vieira's got the super value tacos. Where to next?
Let's catch a wave over to Rockledge, to Long Doggers, a Brevard classic.
Ah, Long Doggers. Very casual, Cirque Shack vibe. Picnic tables, usually pretty lively.
Exactly, that feel. And listeners consistently mention how kid-friendly it is. Great energy for families. But, surprisingly, some really smart deals too.
Yeah, I think of them for like wings and beer, but deals.
Well, they do have their $10 lunch combos.
Hmm.
People say they're always filling. You can get burgers, sandwiches, small platters. A solid choice for a midday meal on a budget.
$10 for a combo is pretty decent, especially for a sit-down place with that atmosphere.
Right, but the real strategy seems to revolve around their happy hour.
Okay, tell me more.
It runs from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. And during that time, you can get like 7 wings for $6. Or buffalo shrimp, also for $6.
Oh, wow, that's really good pricing for wings and shrimp. Great for snacking.
Or for making a meal. The pro tip from families is to go during happy hour. Everyone can grab a couple of those small plates for cheap, you share things around, and the whole family eats easily for under $15 each.
Ah, clever. Turn the appetizer specials into a tapas-style family dinner. That's smart.
Yeah, it's a fantastic way to enjoy eating out without that big bill at the end. Long Doggers in Rockledge is at 1970 Vieira Boulevard.
That's a great example of using time-based specials creatively. Boosts their mid-afternoon traffic, too, I bet.
Probably does. Okay, next up, let's talk about a well-known spot in Melbourne, El Chico Mexican restaurant.
El Chico. Okay, yeah, that's a chain, right? Festive atmosphere.
It is a chain, yes,
Yeah.
but clearly a local favorite, judging by the feedback. Bright decor, very festive, serves up those reliable Tex-Mex comfort food staples.
And sometimes, there's value in consistency. With a chain, you generally know what you're getting.
That's a fair point. Predictability can be comforting. And they also play the Taco Tuesday game.
Seems to be a theme.
It really does. Theirs is after 4 p.m. You can get 2 tacos for $10.99 or 3 for $13.99.
Okay, so a bit pricier than Flying Burro's deal, but still decent.
Yeah, and listeners confirm it's plenty of food, especially because you get the free chips and salsa beforehand.
Ah, the complimentary chips and salsa. Never underestimate the power of those.
Never. And beyond Tuesdays, people recommend their lunch plates things like enchiladas or fajitas. They usually run around 12 to 14 bucks, and again, people emphasize the good portion sizes. You definitely feel full.
Solid Tex-Mex fare at a reasonable price.
But here's a really clever tip that came through for El Chico. Splitting fajitas.
Ooh, intriguing. Tell me more.
Apparently, one order of fajitas is often big enough for 2 people, especially if you each add an extra side, like rice or beans, which isn't expensive. It ends up being way cheaper than ordering 2 separate main courses.
That is a fantastic hack, leveraging the shareable nature of fajitas. I like it.
Right. Smart dining. El Chico's at 1751 Evans Road in Melbourne.
Good tip. It shows how just thinking a little differently about the menu can save you money.
Definitely. Okay, one last stop on our listener-guided tour. We're heading down to Palm Bay to a place called EVO Catering.
EVO Catering sounds like maybe they do events, but it's a restaurant too.
Yeah, exactly. It operates as more of a cafe-style sit-down spot, but with a real focus on scratch-made home-style cooking. You can taste the effort, people say.
Home-style cooking is always appealing. How do they offer value?
They seem to be masters of the midweek special, especially for heartier meals. Like on Mondays and Thursdays, they do a $10 burger deal. Big burger comes with fries or slaw. Listeners call it a steal.
$10 for a good burger and fries? That's classic value right there.
Totally. It shows how planning your visit around their specials can really pay off.
And maybe leverages their catering kitchen capacity during off-peak times.
Could be. And they don't stop there. Wednesday wings are just 69 cents each if you dine in.
69 cents. Wow. So you could get, what, 10 wings for under $7?
Exactly. Incredible deal. And then Friday is fish and chips day. $13 for flaky fish and a good pile of fries. Still keeps you under budget,
So they've got something almost every day of the week, it sounds like.
pretty much. A whole
Yeah.
calendar of value.
That's impressive. Any other insights on EVO?
Yes, portion sizes again. This came up repeatedly. The portions are generous, often big enough that you could pack up leftovers for lunch the next day.
Ah, the double duty meal. That extends the value significantly. You're not just saving money on dinner, but lunch, too.
Precisely. It's about getting the most out of that purchase. EVO Catering is at 5070 Mitten Road Northwest, Suite 1 in Palm Bay.
Okay, wow. So looking back at all these places, La Marimba, Cafe de Havana, Flying Burro, Long Doggers, El Chico, EVO, quite a range.
Definitely, from Titusville down to Palm Bay.
And what really strikes me is that, yeah, these are great deals, but they're more than just cheap meals, aren't they? They
Yeah.
feel like clever strategies.
How do you mean?
Well, each one has found a specific way to offer serious value, whether it's an amazing all-you-can-eat deal, a perfectly executed huge sandwich, those unbelievably priced tacos, smart happy hour snacks, or just consistently hearty portions on daily special.
Right. Different tactics, same result. Great food, good price.
Exactly. It feels like in every case, 10 or 15 bucks gets you a meal that might cost you 25 somewhere else. It just proves that if you choose wisely, you can save a lot without sacrificing the enjoyment of eating out.
So the big takeaway for you, our listener, what does all this mean?
Well, I think it means being informed about your local options really pays off. Literally.
Yeah, knowing where these deals are, when they happen, it opens up possibilities. You don't have to give up going out for a nice sit-down meal just because you're watching your budget.
Absolutely not. There are clearly tons of fantastic options right here in Brevard. These restaurants are getting creative to offer value.
So we really hope this exploration, thanks again for all your input, empowers you to maybe try some of these spots or seek out similar gems near you.
Yeah, next time you're thinking about eating out, maybe check the weekly specials or think about sharing an entree or hitting up a happy hour.
Perhaps the real aha moment isn't just finding a cheap meal, but understanding how these places make it work and how our choices can support these local businesses that are trying to make dining out accessible.
Well said. It's about being a smart diner and appreciating the value offered.
Couldn't agree more. Well, that's all the time we have for today on the Brevard Beat.
Always goes by too fast when you're talking food.
It really does. Thank you so much for tuning in. Until next time, keep exploring, keep saving, and definitely keep enjoying all the amazing flavors Brevard has to offer.